Hi guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by and watching. I'm so glad you're here because today I am bringing to you a fabulous chili recipe. This chili is chock full of flavors. It's a little sweet, it's a little spicy, and is amazing. It could win awards. So without further ado, let's just get on the kitchen and make this. All right, there is just a little bit of prep work to go into this chili, but to get started, you will need at least a 6-quart Dutch oven or soup pot.
All right, we're going to start with our prep work. We're going to slice and dice 1 medium onion. We don't want to get this too small of a dice because, it is going to be in the chili. We just want it to be a nice even dice so it all cooks the same. But nothing fancy, just a regular old dice. Okay, and moving on, now we are going to seed or de-seed and slice up 1 jalapeno pepper. As you can see, I'm wearing blue gloves, so the oils of the jalapeno do not get on my skin and then I accidentally rub my eyes. These kitchen gloves come in really handy and are very useful for many different things. But you're going to want to take the seeds out of the jalapeno and just give that a nice dice. You want those to be about the same size as your onions. Next, we're going to do the same thing with a poblano pepper. And again, we're just going to take out the seeds and the membrane. If you want your chili a little bit spicier, you can leave the seeds in, but since we're adding a bunch of other spices and things that have a little heat in them, I choose to take the seeds out. And again, you want this to be about the same size dice. Now, one thing that I forgot to film but that also goes into this recipe is 2 celery stalks, and you are just basically slicing that up and making it the same size dice as your peppers and onions. Now we're going to put a little bit of olive oil into our pan, and then we're going to put in 1 pound of hot Italian sausage and 1 pound of ground beef. I'm using a blend of 80-20 for the ground beef, and I'm just using a hot Italian sausage. Now we're going to add in our peppers and onion mixture and celery. And we're going to let this cook until the meat has completely cooked and the vegetables are starting to get tender. Then we're going to put in the garlic. And you're going to do 2 tablespoons of garlic here. Give that a good stir. Then we're going to add in 4 heaping tablespoons of chili powder, 1 or 2 teaspoons of cumin, and 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. And then we're going to give that a stir and kind of let that cook down for about 3-5 minutes, just so those spices start to cook down and release some of their flavor and some of their oils. Then we are going to add in a 4-ounce can of tomato paste. And we want to try and get this to the bottom of the pot so that tomato paste has a chance to kind of cook and release some of its flavors and get into that meat mixture very well. Then we are going to add in a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Stir that around. Make sure everything is mixed very well. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of regular barbecue sauce. I'm using Stubbs Original here. And then 1 cup of spicy barbecue sauce. Give that another stir. And we're going to let that cook down for about 10-15 minutes. at which point after 10-15 minutes we're going to add in 1 lager beer. I'm using a Boston lager for this one. One tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That is such an interesting word to try and say. And today it did not want to come out of the bottle, but eventually I got it. One tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. 1 cup of beef broth. Stir that around. Make sure everything's incorporated. At this time it will seem a little bit soupy, but trust me, after this cooks for its allotted time, it is going to be nice and thick and oh so delicious. Gonna add about a teaspoon of each salt and pepper. And now we're going to add in 2 cans of red kidney beans and 1 can of black beans. We're going to give this one final stir, and then we're going to let this cook down for quite a while.
Alright, so now that everything is happy in the pot and simmering away, we need to let that cook down for about an hour and a half. I know it's a long wait. I know, it smells amazing. I really want to just dive in right now, but wait that hour and a half. During that hour and a half, make sure to stir it occasionally so nothing's sticking to the bottom. And if it gets a little too thick, add about a 1/4 cup of water to it at a time. Just make sure it doesn't get too thick. Other than that, this is almost ready to devour. So take that next hour and a half and go catch up on your favorite show. Go binge watch something for an hour and a half. But just make sure to stir it every once in a while.
Okay, after about an hour and a half, you can see that it has cooked down very nicely and is nice and thick, and those flavors have melded together perfectly. Now it is time to serve this up. I garnished mine with a little bit of sour cream and some cheddar cheese and a little bit of fresh cilantro. And this is ready to be devoured. I have waited all day smelling this wonderful kitchen smell, and it is time to just enjoy.
Alright, this was very hard. My kitchen smelled so good. It was very hard to resist trying to dive into this before it had a chance to thicken up. As you can see, the chili has thickened up nicely. I garnished mine with a little bit of sour cream, cheddar cheese, and a little bit of cilantro. I've been waiting for this all day. It's time to dive in. I'm going to try a little bit without any of the stuff on it. Oh, this comes out perfect every time. So it has it's definitely a sweet, savory, and a little bit of a kick with the spice. This is wonderful. I can't tell you how flavorful and just delicious this is. It warms you to the bone, and it is so satisfying. It hits all those flavor notes. It's got the sweet, the savory, spice. This is delicious. Please give this a try. This will not disappoint. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving this a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. That would be absolutely amazing. I have more great videos for you to check out over here. I will leave the full recipe in the description box. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. And as always, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.